Hey, what's up guys, Riff here. So it looks like the joke is on me once again because, well, I went to Twitter and I'm seeing a bunch of drama involving VTubers and also the concept of the height of consent coming back and a bunch of other infantilizing things that will make your mind explode with how stupid and ridiculous people are with their projection. But let's begin with the VTuber Saba, who is obviously a very popular indie VTuber, who's also Gargura. I know, you're not supposed to point this out. She hinted at this for months, like, let's get over it. We know who she is. And the hatred of Gargura and the insane schizo posting regarding her has transferred over to her Saba account. And here's a good example of that. So, this person, a VTuber, says, petite women look nothing like actual children. You can have a model that looks like a literal child do emoto ASMR and then complain about people saying you're pedo baiting. You are. So clearly this person who also posts stuff like this really is the authority on what's appropriate or not when it comes to fictional VTuber models. But anyways, this person says Saba, for example, her not safe for work art is actually effing sickening. That's a child. And the original poster says, oh my god, yes. And she heavily encourages that stuff too. Citation needed. And then she says, I got flames for being openly against her model, like people don't realize they are actively self-reporting by being into this stuff. I open Twitter and simply search Saba, just be met with adult content live on my stream. Well, that's your fault. Why are you looking up stuff like that live on your stream? You have nothing else better to do? Why would you search any VTuber on Twitter? Because you're going to be met with art that is probably not safe for work. Like, that's just the reality of the scene. Like, are you new here? What's going on? But of course, people are mocking the very easy realization of what's going on here. Basically saying, you're the one looking at a sexualized lolly art, or sexualized lolly art, and thinking about kids. Yes, the projection is real. It happens every single time. These people see a fictional character like Saba and their model, and they immediately start thinking about children. It's a self-report. They're talking about self-reports, but they're the ones self-reporting. Now, that previous person, this VTuber, would post a chart of proportions on human beings, and this person would reply with the simplest reply possible, saying, these are for actual human children, not anime characters. Nice cope, though. And this person, this VTuber, would respond by basically saying, yep, that's me, to the tune of 0 likes. And they would continue on, saying, okay, listen me up. You can tell like their hands were quivering. They were so upset. They couldn't even type this out properly. They were so shook by what's going on. Someone daring to question their worldview. Okay, listen me up. What would you consider youthful or childlike on Saba's model? Spoiler, you can't. It's a child. Give me anything that makes this model look even remotely older than 13. Well, I'm glad this random Twitter user is the arbiter of what is appropriate or not when it comes to fictional characters. It's always jealousy, man. Like, it's always these small follower VTubers, and there's nothing wrong with being small, but it's always smaller accounts that are attacking the bigger ones like Saba. They're trying to get clout. It's not working. Like, I don't cover people that I think will gain something from the attention. I know this person will gain nothing from this attention, right? In fact, I tell you this, don't even go to this person's account. Do not try to flame them. Just enjoy this video, comment on YouTube on this video, and that's it. Don't visit their account. Don't bother with them because they want the attention, and the attention they're going to receive, but it's not going to turn out the way they want. They're not going to get any support. It's not going to transform their career into something that matters. We've seen this happen with Saba slash Gargura for many, many years. And it's a lot of self-reports, projection, and seething jealousy. But let's move on to the other portion of this video. The height of consent strikes again, ladies and gentlemen, in the worst way imaginable. So we have this cosplayer named Chu, who is getting attacked based on this photo. Her height is being called pedo bait. And she says, I literally have no control over the fact that I stopped growing at the age of 12. And this is a photo with her, and I'm assuming her cameraman. Look out! This person quotes them saying, it's objectively more pedophilic to find a sub 5 foot 20 plus Asian foid attractive than a sexually... I'm not reading that. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing and reminding you of the normal people on Twitter. Wow. Wow. Here's another cosplayer named Toki saying, I hate to sound like a broken record, but genuinely it never ends. I'm 23 years old and people will ask why I'm dressing like a kid as if I'm not cosplaying. I don't know, are small people not allowed to cosplay? I'm just tired because I have to talk about it every few months. So she's cosplaying as the VTuber Mints. And people responded by saying, stop sending kids. Bro, she's older than me. She's dressed like a kid. Yeah, I didn't know that kids wear like garter belts or stuff like that. Like, this is like insane levels of projection. Yeah, the maid outfit, by the way, and the garter belts, yeah. I'm glad other people like realize how ridiculous this is, but let's move on to another example involving another person in real life, this time the popular singer Sabrina Carpenter, who has been attacked for, well, let's read why. Sabrina was designed to show every woman in America who their husband truly is, who their fathers truly are, who their neighbor is. She was a Disney girl, same as all the Smex kittens, but this one is very unique in certain ways, especially her height at child-sized. These women who operate in this way were not only lab-grown, but they remain the same bite-size attraction with songs like Man-Child, because they say it's true when a man sees this, their inner PDF file comes a-running. This is a major fact we've seen a gazillion times. Ladies, this is the fantasy. 2025 is a travesty. I mean, I could zoom in on this profile picture, but it really explains a lot. So yeah, apparently being short, that's a crime. And at one point being an actor as a kid, that's also a crime. And you're unlovable for the rest of your life. Dang, that sucks. That's rough. Now, speaking of infantilization that we've seen, I saw this post go viral, okay? And this GIF has been used many times in the worst ways imaginable. This person says, a 20-year-old tried hitting on me. So this has the potential to be a very concerning statement. How old is this user where a 20-year-old is hitting on them? They're 25. They're crashing out as a she, they 25-year-old because a 20-year-old was hitting on them. Caleb Hammer, you might know this guy. He quoted it saying, she's 25, by the way, our culture has gotten very weird very quickly, so infantilized. Very true. And we have this reply saying, how is it infantilized to not want to be a predator? And they got hit with a note saying a 20-year-old is not a human child nor a prepubescent human being. A predator is a person attracted to prepubescent human beings. It's sad we have to note people like this to make them understand that a 20-year-old is not a child. That's where we're at, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very very sad reality we live in. That's it. Yep, that's it. That's all I got for today. This is just a mind-melting stuff. I could go on, but this is all I can handle and probably all you can handle. So that's going to do it for this video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.